Yeah, that's amazing.
Yebo, Maponga J live. Yeah, like I funu kuinga. Hello, one and hello all. My name is Maponga J, live with you here on your favorite page, Farmers of Thought, where we are constantly pushing the African agenda. The conversations will not stop as we are building brands. We are discussing African politics, African science, African medicine, witchcraft, indigenous governance systems, sports, and everything else between. The whole idea is to get the African children talking about their African problems and finding those critical African solutions. Today, a very fascinating and an interesting day. I got a very, very special guest with me here who's going to introduce us to something that is more fundamental, and I even have a surprise for you just before the end of this presentation. Please stay with us and Baba, take us through.
Yes, good morning, my Africa and comrades and friends. My name is Kennedy Kabo Mabe. I am a firm believer also of rational Pan-Africanism, the unity of black folks all over the world. I am currently involved in a very, very exciting initiative that involves the world-renowned fashion designer, Mr. Sonwabile Damase, who will be honored in the next week by the renowned Fashion Institute of Technology in New York. This afternoon we have the pleasure and privilege of hosting a media brief and also what we call a gala bon voyage at Ditso Museum of National Cultural Art in Pretoria, city of Tshwane, from 5 until 8 o'clock. Everyone is invited to come as we not only celebrate Mr. Damase's accomplishment, but we also bid him farewell as he gets ready to go to the Big Apple, where he will be honored, but also most importantly, record and prepare a documentary on his long history of providing us a very, very unique fashion style that we are proud of, but most importantly, even our President Nelson Mandela and Mandela family also were one of his clients. But his visit to New York will also give him an opportunity to talk to a wide range of constituencies, not only the media, but he'll have an opportunity to make a major address on fashion and human rights. We have an opportunity now to also profile another area and aspect of Mr. Damase's work as a human rights activist. But this afternoon's media will offer our local media an opportunity to engage and preview Mr. Damase's trip, but also ask him questions about the trip, and also basically as a prelude, as I said, to this trip. You are all welcome to come. The event starts at 5 until 8, and as I said, is 149 Fisagi Street, Ditso Museum in the city of Tshwane. Please come.
All right, there you hear it for yourself, and I know my organizer here is a gentleman. He would not want to spill the beans. But ladies and gentlemen, sitting with me here is yours truly, Babu Damase. The famous Madiba Shirt that you remember Tata doing the gym jive and his fashion when it comes to his clothing. The man who came up with that shirt and designed it for him and supplied that shirt to him. You have gone to Senten, you have gone to the airports, you have seen the Madiba Shirt making its rounds. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you and I introduce to you yours truly, the original designer of the Madiba shirt. So talk to us, Malu. What was going through your mind when you did that shirt?
Thank you very much, yours truly, for having me in your space of platform. As it has been alluded, my name is Sonwabile Damase, actually Prince Sonwabile Damase. I come from the royal family of the Damase, the Pondos in the Eastern Cape. What was going on when I was creating that particular shirt, I must just say that that shirt was not just only a shirt that was created. It was a collaboration between myself, the late Mama Winnie Madikizela Mandela, and also the late Rolihlahla Nelson Mandela. We were both actually working on this thing because when Tata was released, his condition was not that fine or was not that well. So therefore, he then briefed me in terms of something that I need to put it together that will be assisting him for his health condition. It was not a look that now people are looking at it, but because I am an African, and then I had to come up with an African print, or the print that will make it a point that he stands out when he's among other statesmen. And also he wanted something that when then he's wearing, it will be something that is going to break the traditions, and you know, the suits and all those kind of things. But those are the things that brought him into jail. The white monopoly capitalist, formal way of dressing. So he says, I wanted to break that norm, and people must speak to me as who I am. Guess what he did as well? If you look at Madiba, if you followed out Nelson Mandela, he was so free when he meets people. He could greet people freely because he was at his own garment. So when you are dressed in your own garment, in your own way, you are in a position of being a free soul. And Madiba, that's why his securities as well was not that much very strict, because when they become strict, Madiba will go out and reach to a little one and start saying, how are you? I can see that you are such a grown-up now. I need you to notice one thing, that don't tell your friends that I am a grown-up already. I can still lift you up. So that's a kind of a culture that then Nelson Mandela wanted to bring, an easy culture that when we dress in our own African garb, the whole monopoly way of thinking is just only a line that we can utilize. So that was the brief. Now beyond that, now you have seen quite a number of other states people when they come to South Africa.
They cannot go back without Madiba shirt.
They cannot live without that symbol of Madiba.
And while he's explaining that, I need also to express one thought. That the revolution we're talking about, the revolution of the African child, whether it is in governance, or it is in medicine, or it is in education, or it is in business, Baben Damase has driven the revolution of the African child using fashion,
correct,
as a tool to undo the colonial norms. Now Madiba shirt is acceptable in the business offices. You can dress that shirt formally on a pulpit. I've seen pastors with it. I've seen my own president in Zimbabwe with that kind of shirt, and his ministers, many others. I met others in Darfur. I was in Uganda last week. I was in Zambia last week. I've seen the Madiba shirt making its rounds, which also gives the African child an opportunity to a variety, but which is more ethnic and founded on our African prints. What can we expect tonight?
What then you are going to expect tonight, like we're saying, it's a very nice and a lazy night, so to speak, because it's all about introducing me to some of the media people to say, here's the son of soil being taken into the shores of international market. And therefore, let us all embrace him. Let us all rally around him. Let us all do what is right as African. Let us celebrate each other. And it is a time for us to celebrate. If then the international market, like Americans, can start a documentary around the threats of our own democracy, 30 years of our own democracy, what is happening about us in our own country, that we cannot celebrate each other for the good work that we are doing? Why are we always waiting for the international world to purify us and bring us back to our own origin? Because our gold, our diamond, everything are being taken as raw as it is, and they are being sent on an international shores, and they get purified there and being brought back. Same applies with our culture. Why our culture is being taken on an international platforms?
I mean, the other day I saw the Sutu
blankets, yes,
in Paris.
There you go. But now, because it has got a particular white person producing that, we rally and start to buy.
Let's not sell all the show. If you are in Pretoria, the second largest city on my page here are Pretorians. Tonight, I'm going to see you right there in Pretoria on Fasahe Street, number
149, Corner Fisahi and Bosman.
Corner Fasahi and Bosman 149. I don't want to sell the whole show. And minage Babenda mas awushoke yini ke mumphatheleyo na ke mntomda. Yini umphatheleyo na ke?
I have just only decided to elevate this young man to a Madiba lovely face shirt,
which is a combination of Sutu and...
which is a combination of cultural, but with the face of Madiba. You will see him wearing this.
Tonight.
And
let me just make sure that... and if you want his details, so that those who want...
I'm a young man.
Those who want to do something.
And also, I have what I call the legacy collection.
Ladies and gentlemen, Maponga J, yours truly. Madiba Shirt.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I need to let you know that.
And I'm also decided to give him my new collection that I'm introducing at the shows of New York, which I call it Legacy Collection. This story here, it is a story that I was given. I recently was finding myself in hospital attacked by what they call mind stroke. And when I was sleeping there, Nelson Mandela, together and with Winnie, they visited me. And we know that in cultural, when you are visited by the dead, it means you are also on your way out towards the exit.
Yeah.
But to me, they asked me a question, Ufunani apa in the hospital? And that then says, in a nutshell, what do you want here in hospital? So they were telling me that my story is not yet complete. Then I decided to come up with this range, lift it up, my dear friend.
Wow.
That's the range that I came up with. Actually, I was using the very same shirts that Madiba has. Now, guess what happened? To keep them inside me, to keep them inside, can you open up the zip? Now, the lining inside.
Oh, wow.
The lining inside, it has got the story of Madiba,
wow,
myself, and Mama Winnie. So that I can keep whoever wears this thing.
Keep you inside.
Keep them inside. You must feel that's the beauty of creation.
Hey, my daughter.
Now you are going to see this man when he dresses with that.
You don't know what is inside me. You know, I like
There
that.
you go.
I
You
like
don't know
that.
what is inside me.
There you go.
That's
Don't ask
the
me what
power.
is inside. There you go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, without wasting your time, fashion is big business. It's
Indeed.
communication. Fashion is spiritual. And we can be able to take your talent and your small little gifts and package them to impact the world. All these big brands, Armani's, Gucci's, and etc., they started right here where we are. It starts off with a good idea, work with the idea, network with others, and make an impact. We are here about the revolution of the African child, restoring our dignity, and such champions in fashion and many others who are in this space. We ask that we can begin to have our own African fashion range on High Street. Then we can start being taken seriously.
Indeed.
We really need to start taking on, and you spend so many thousands on clothes, thousands on shoes and bags. And instead of sending that money back to the colonizers, how about we start supporting each other? Give us your details, Tata. Where can they find you?
You can find me on WhatsApp. Here's my number on WhatsApp. Is 082 579 4236. 082 579 4236. I'm also on Instagram as Sonwabile Damase, Senior SNR. Senior SNR. You will find Sonwabile there. And also you will find me on Facebook. You can inbox me. We have this range for you. We also have got golf t-shirts as
But I
well.
like the jacket more.
Here's the
Show
golf
the
t-shirts.
jacket first. Look at that. Look at that. Now you look at that, you guys, and you tell me that African clothes are backward. And many people who have insulting me on this page, hey, Maponga, you want us to go back to the caves? Go back into culture. Pick up elements of culture. Then bring them closer. Upgrade them. Look at these beautiful Ndebele designs that are right there. So when we are showing you all these African pieces and etc., we don't have to use them in their raw material. You can improve on them and come up with serious clothing
Look at
here,
this.
which is up the street better than your high street. And the golf t-shirt and Madiba Shirt also.
Yes.
My daughter, I'm my daughter.
The golf t-shirts.
Long
as
walk
well,
to
golf
freedom.
shirts.
Yeah.
Here we are. And you will see here the
That's
big
Winnie, that's
legacy.
Winnie and
That's Winnie and Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. That's, if you see the way they are, I put it the way that they came into my dream, because they were smiling, they were holding each other. We need to hold each other as we move along with our struggle of economic emancipation and the freedom.
Ladies and gentlemen, you forgive me. I dragged the man away from his breakfast. I must apologize. And your final words, my elder?
We look forward to seeing you this afternoon. It will be an experience of a lifetime. Please join us as we make history. Again, it's 149 Konafisahi and Bosman Ditso Museum of Natural History.
There we go. Yours truly, Maponga J. I'm excited. I already have my shirt. I have my jacket. Tonight it's going to be going down with yours truly, Damase, and a brilliant designer. And some of you might have seen some of my programs way back there when I had that Madiba Shirt. He gifted me with that one also. And that's the original, by the way. That's not the Fong Kong. That's not the Fong Kong. And I think I now have my 3 little pieces. If you want to hang around with me, I might put that in my wheel. I'll put that in my wheel. My Madiba Shirts, but God storage. So enjoy yourself. Stay away from trouble. Don't do what I wouldn't do. But if you do it better.